Guys, so this week we're going over Kesa Gatame escapes and reverse Kesa Gatame escapes. Okay. So yeah, we have Ian here. So you know, I wanted to get somebody prettier, but we got Ian today. Okay. All right, here we go. Take what you okay. 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 You guys ready? Damn, this sucks. Okay, guys. First of all, if you get in here like this, freaking sucks. Okay, take it one step back. So right
No,
before.
no. We're staying right here. I spent 13 years I've been waiting for this opportunity.
Okay, wait, no.
Look here, Julio.
Go back a little tiny bit, okay? Before he gets the arm, okay? So before he gets the arm. So let's just say we're scrambling here. Number one, try to get the elbow inside, okay? Elbow inside is gonna be by far the easiest thing before he grabs it. If he pulls it, it's a tiny little bit different, okay? This kind of sucks, okay? So elbow inside here, now we're talking, okay? So everything very similar to what we're gonna talk about, okay? So hip forward here, get the elbow to your hip here. You can come out the back. Now it's fine. Control the hips, control the belt, right? You come out the back, okay? That's gonna be best case scenario when they start approaching that, okay? Now, Ian's fantasy here.
Oh, 13 and a half years. That's it.
Jesus Christ, bro. All right, so no, that's fine. Go ahead. So he got
This is like your knee on belly, bitch.
Okay, so all I'm doing from right here is making sure I go into him, okay? So come over here, make sure you watch my hips here, okay? I'm gonna hold on to whatever I can. If I can't, because he's too big, to hold on here, okay, I'm gonna grab on here, okay? So from right here, I'm gonna tilt him forward, okay? Tilt him forward this way. Get his hips up, so that way I can keep my hips underneath him, okay? So from right here, I'm gonna do a strong bridge, but not sideways, okay? Up here, okay? So I'm gonna control, grab whatever I can. Here, make sure I stay tight with him here. Bridge, over the top, come over here. And then make sure you always bring your weight back towards his hips, okay? Even though he sweeps you, there is still technically that same position if he holds on to everything, right? He can still hold on to my arm, he can still hold on here, right? And then this still kind of stuff, okay? So in the middle of the scramble, when I roll him, I come back down here, okay? To prevent any kind of shenanigans from him, okay? All right, one more time. Okay, so same exact thing. It's super tight here, super deep here. Okay, again, if I want to or if I can, grab on here, push forward, control the hips. The biggest thing is his hips. I want to control the hips here. Get underneath his hip here, and then bridge over, right? So I'm bridging towards his shoulder, towards my shoulder, and then knees down, okay? And then come over here, okay? I'm always controlling inside, right? I'm not just like opening my arms, stay super duper tight, then start climbing up. Boom. Okay? Good? Okay guys, so this man right here is 185, but he moves like he's like a fridge, right? Boom. Okay? So this is the kind of person you don't want on top of you, okay? Somebody who's not super duper heavy but can put the pressure on, okay? So reverse Kesa Gatame, okay? Reverse Kesa Gatame is very interesting, okay? So
yeah, under or over?
Okay, so we're gonna go under the shoulder first, right? And then the important thing here, look how high he gets. Look how high he wants to get. Look, this is number one. Don't do this. Don't let him do this. Okay, it's the same thing, right? You don't want him to get super duper deep. This already sucks, bro. Like, look, I have no defense here. He could go mount. If he goes mount right now, I really have very little to no defense here. And then he could just kind of. So what I'm gonna focus on is as soon as we start scrambling, right? Make sure before he gets super duper high, so go lower. Okay, so here, this is where I really want to fight. Okay, if you're up there, it's a whole different ballgame. Okay, I would say this is the part where you want to make sure you get your elbows inside. Okay, here, he's gonna be fighting to get inside your elbows. Okay, do not let him get inside the elbows. So here. Okay, elbows super tight. I always say elbows to your rib cage. Okay, from right here. There's a couple different things I like to focus on. My biggest focus is his hips. Kind of keep that in mind whenever you're doing any kind of Kesa Gatame escapes, right? Focus on his hips more than anything else, okay? So from right here, I'm gonna start turning into him here, okay? I like to control the fabric. Whenever I can control the fabric, right, that's where I wanna focus on. So I'm gonna control the fabric here and start turning into him here. Okay, this is way better. There's a lot less pressure on me, okay? So come on this side real quick. You know what, in an ideal case too, for whatever reason, if this is open here, okay, you know what I mean, they're in the middle of a roll, if you can, even better, grab here. Like this is money, guys. If you could do this, this is perfect. So I'll control the hips however I can, whether it's grabbing the pants here, make sure my elbow's inside here, hip escape, right? From right here, get my knee inside, I have the hook. 1, come out the back, 2, right? That's like the best case scenario, right? That's if you have this If you don't, it's kind of tough, okay? It's kind of tough to do the exact same thing, but I'm still gonna try, okay? So from right here, boom, here, okay? Try to get inside, control the pant, here, boom. Make sure your elbow gets stuck in here, okay? Your elbow has to go low here. Okay, now, when I'm hip escaping, same exact thing. I don't have the lapel, but I can still go in here. Now, I can start either going for the hook here, or start bringing him down here. If I start bringing him down, my hook can go inside, so my left leg can go inside, or on the outside for a butterfly type of hook, okay? Depending on what you prefer. If you want to chase the back, you can go here. If you want to chase side control, or after the fact go for the back, then you could go here. Boom. Here, right? I like to match on this side, right? Or whatever it is. But that's gonna be my biggest keys for reverse Kesa. Honestly though, if you're like super duper deep, it's tough, right? The last thing I'll say about reverse Kesa from that position here, if you're here, if he tries to go to mount from here, so I know it's probably silly. Yeah, he's already laughing. Like, why would I go to mount from there? Some people try to go to mount from here, okay? If he tries to go to mount from here, okay? Don't freak out. It's not that big of a deal, okay? From right here, hip escape. It's not. Yeah, that's why he's just like whatever. It's tough, but people sometimes will try to go to mount from that position. So yeah, so make sure your elbow's super duper tight, hip escape. That's gonna be the biggest takeaway, right? Cool.
Right. And this. So the battle for this elbow is the most important point. And if he's got this up, I can't pull it down, right? He's gonna keep good pressure and keep it, right? There's just no way that I'm gonna pull it down. I also don't necessarily want to come up and over because he can grab here and start creating problems. So we're gonna feet to the ground, we're gonna give a bump, and I'm just gonna pull my hand underneath. From here, I'm gonna go thumb to the inside of the armpit and push. Now, we're gonna create counter pressure. Feet go to the mat, and I'm going to bridge, and as I bridge, I'm going to pull and drive to get that elbow back inside. Now, Julio has a couple of choices. He can either try to come up to his knees, in which case it's pretty easy to elbow escape, or from here, he can try to start walking back, right? And from here, we can, same thing, we can start to get to the escape. But I need to have that elbow. So we're here, he's got this pulled up very tight. I can't come up and over without putting this arm in danger. So my hand comes down. I give a quick bridge just to get my hand back in front of his chin. Thumb posts, and we're up on here. I'm gonna bridge into him this way and use the counter pressure of this and this to pull that elbow back to the mat. If he stays, we elbow escape and he starts to sweep himself. If he tries to come back up to his knees, it's gonna be very easy to reestablish
cord.
Okay, guys. So one more. This one's kind of, well, how do you say it? Like
if they're inexperienced or they're tired.
Or they're just not thinking about it because they're thinking too much about, oh, you know what? He's really good at that one sweep. Let's just show it. Okay. All right. So same exact thing. Kesa. Okay, so this time, instead of putting all his weight on my rib cage, right, let's just say I'm trying to hold on to him here or whatever, but he drops his weight now onto his hips, right? It's a little tiny bit different, okay? So from right here, you could do a couple different things. You could go inside here, okay? So Brian was talking to me about this kind of thing. So he was saying here, and then go for the choke here, okay? You could do that for sure, and it's valid. But from right here, what I really want to focus on here is more moving my hips away here, just a little tiny bit, and then I'm going to come up, okay, and then I'm going to push in that direction. If you look behind him, there's nothing really posting here. He could try to bring his foot back a little tiny bit, but there's only so much he can do there, okay? So bring your foot back, okay? So from right here, I'm going to bring my hips away, lift it up, push, and then get my hips out over here. So then come up, and then I can go for that choke, right? Same exact thing. Right, so that choke that Brian was talking about, the cross collar type of choke, is effective. Let's do that one more time. Is effective. But I don't want you guys to be super duper focused on trying to get that choke, okay? So from right here, same exact thing. You're here, boom, your hands are in the front this time, as opposed to behind, okay? Usually they're not gonna fight you on the hand placement, okay? So you're gonna be able to go, if he holds on really tight to my elbow here, it's not too big of a deal. Maybe it is. Here, right here, so I can come inside, okay? So one here, boom. Okay, I'm gonna start hip escaping away from him here. Okay, I'm gonna come up here and then push him away. hands come out, go all the way up here. Okay? Cool, guys.
Okay, so we're gonna go over a very basic headlock escape, almost like a schoolyard headlock, right? So generally, untrained opponents, from standing, they get to a headlock position. The bigger, stronger guy just wrenches me all the way down and get to a headlock position. So take a look, my arm, my elbow's to the ground still, okay? And then my other hand, what I do when I can, I form a frame, okay? I take my hand to the inside, if I can. If not, go to the outside, form a frame, and I start scooping my hip back, okay? So now I swing my leg up, and then I push him backward to where he cannot base. So I swing, I come up, and now take a look. As he still hold on to the headlock, what I want to do is I want to make sure he cannot roll me over. So I'm going to post my hand out, okay? When I post my hand out, one hand go to his chin, the other hand go to his hip. So now he cannot continue to roll. I expand my chest and open my arm, stretches him out, okay? If he decides to still hold on to my head, it just significantly weakens his grip. I step over top, okay, pull my leg in, and I form a frame on his chin. At this point, the key thing is I do not drive upward. I'm gonna hurt my neck. I wanna put my head over the top of his head and start framing down. That breaks open his lock, okay? So from this point, you can go for arm lock or simply go to the down position, okay? One more time. So we're gonna start from down position. My opponent had me in a headlock. Okay, so standard headlock, when I can form a frame, I want to form a frame. Okay, when I form a frame, make a fist, okay, and frame at your wrist, okay, the wrist bone. I scoot my hip away from his, I swing my leg and push him into where he falls over. He does not have a base there. Right now, I go cup his chin, post my hand down, chest forward, stretching him out, and then step my leg over top, okay, and then shift my weight upward. If you still hold on to it, I drive my head toward the top of his head to break open the lock, okay, and then take him out of position.
Who's that?